And what is up, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between? How are y'all doing today? I'm doing pretty good because we're doing a different topic today, a little more stimulating to the mind instead of doing a video on quantum TV. Now, you may be asking yourself, Gar, what are we covering today? Well, we're going to be covering an Xbox fanboy that is up in his feelings about God of War, and it's interesting one. It's a pretty interesting video. I was like, you know what? I saw this. I'm like, screw it. I'm going to cover it. So without any further ado, and I hope you really got a nice drink on you, some snacks, and we're going to go ahead and dive into this video because, like I said, I not pre-recorded, but pre-screened this to make sure nothing was out of line or anything. We're going to enjoy ourselves with this one.
So, you're thinking about buying God of War Ragnarok, boy.
Now, what did I tell you guys? When Daddy Gar delivers, he wants to deliver and make sure you are absolutely having fun. And that's why you should subscribe to the channel.
So instead of acknowledging the fact that their system is a complete and utter failure built from the ground up by brain-dead engineers who don't have a clue, haven't got the slightest clue about modern engineering, modern cooling systems, or anything of the like, the PlayStation fanboys and the Sony contingent have instead thrown their weight behind the latest walking simulator, the latest cinematic over-the-shoulder third-person action game that Sony has pumped out. What have there been, like 10 of these this year alone?
I'm sorry, I've actually watched some gameplay of God of War Ragnarok, and it is actually fucking good. Like, it's not a walking simulator. I'm like Death Stranding. That is just an absolute mess. But, you know, everybody's got their own preference on games. But for the comment about their failure of a console, bruh, every time I try to go to like Walmart or GameStop, they are constantly out of PlayStations, and that's what I'll give Sony. They made a really, really popular console and really capitalized on the failures that the Xbox did, and then it's last gen. We don't want to repeat about TV now, do we? Oh, and also that little comment about the developers, bruh, I'm sorry, for the gameplay that I've watched with God of War Ragnarok, bruh, are you kidding me? This game is absolutely flawless with like bugs or like glitches that I've seen so far in other gameplay videos. Like I've watched One Punch Kid and so many others. I can't think of it right now.
I mean, who's talking about Horizon Forbidden West anymore? Horizon Forbidden West, more like Horizon Forgotten West. Nobody cared about that game when it came out. Nobody cares about it now. And then Sony tried to milk the money out of all the PC players by dumping lazy, low-effort ports of their AAA titles onto the PC. The PC guys saw through that ruse and pirated them all. Sackboy, you can look this up. This is a fact. This is not me slinging bull, as it were. Sackboy sold 618 copies because they did no promotion.
Okay, you absolutely deserve a point on this one. Elden Ring absolutely eclipsed Horizon Forbidden West. Like, I kid you not, for that whole month span when it released with Elden Ring absolutely eclipsed it. All I ever saw in my feed, in my recommendations, was just Elden Ring. And when I tried to go look up some footage for Horizon, well, the views weren't doing really good, and, well, it got buried. And, well, I'm just going to say this right now. PlayStation pulled an EA. For example, when they released Titanfall 2, they had it smashed between Battlefield and a Call of Duty game. And, well, you could pretty much guess what happened to Titanfall after that. But Sackboy, yeah, they didn't advertise that too much, and, well, it's got a small audience like how a Dead Space originally was released, you know? It's just a small audience that love the game and want to play it, but, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think PlayStation even thought they were gonna, like, earn, like, oolus and oolus of money.
Uncharted 4 sold very, very low. It was like a 2,000, I think. These games are flopping on the PC left and right because the PC guys, they can't even be bothered to pirate them. The games just aren't that good. And now we have God of War Ragnarok. The DLC morphed into a sequel. It should have been a 5 to 10 hour standalone expansion to the original God of War. But yet, This is what we get. This is what we are left with. A Control-C, Control-V, copy and paste, low effort, low quality port job that is being held back by the previous generation, despite the fact that that clown in charge, Jim Ryan, has said that he believes in generations.
Okay, that comment about Jim Ryan was actually pretty funny. I'll give you a point there. And especially the way how he's acting right now with the Activision acquisition from with Microsoft, I should say. Yeah, I kind of agree. He's a fucking clown. But here's the fact, though. With him making the comment about the copy and paste, here's something that you need to learn. If something is not broken, don't fix it. It's like business 101. If people love it, don't fix it. Something 343 refuses to understand.
What an absolute joke. God of War Ragnarok sucks. If you thought God of War 2018 sucked, this is going to suck even harder because it's not even just the low quality graphics. It's not even just the horrible polygon count, the flickering shadows, the PS3 era graphics, but it's all of that in combination with a been there, done that feeling. We've already played this game, folks. Ragnarok, what's it? You're going to fight Thor? You're gonna fight Thor, and that's going to be the big revelation. And this version of Thor isn't even Hemsworth level Thor. No, this Thor is drunken, fat man titty Thor.
Oh, I know exactly what he's talking about. He's talking about the leaks. Somebody went to go look at the leaks instead of waiting for gameplay to come out. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. See, that fight with Thor was a very, very interesting fight. And if I suggest anybody that can't afford to go buy Ragnarok or buy a PS5, go watch some gameplay. Go watch the Thor fight. The Thor fight was interesting as hell, and I actually was like engaged in watching it. It was actually a pretty good fight. And it doesn't matter if it's bulky Thor or fat ass Thor, who cares? As long as the game is interesting, it doesn't matter. And hey, boy, guess what, man? Guess freaking what? You looked at the leaks. Of course it's not going to look good. Of course it's probably going to look like PlayStation 3 graphics. Like, bruh, come on. Let's start using some brain functions on this one. Now I'm deducting a point from you, too.
Who wants to play that? Who wants to fight against that Thor? Of course, you're roided out, covered in his family's white ashes Kratos. That sounds like a fair fight. Atreus is easily the worst companion in any game, period. He's far more annoying than Ellie from The Last of Us.
Are you kidding me? Have you never, ever had a companion like Navi? Where Navi is just spamming, hey, listen, hey, look out, hey, hey, and you just absolutely want to swipe at the fairy and just be done with the game. Or how about Ashley from Resident Evil 4? You want to know annoying? That's annoying. Or how about Dragon's Dogma? If you don't fix the settings with your pawns, they're going to be spamming you with voice lines like crazy. Or how about my favorite game series, Kingdom Hearts? How about Donald? The secret ingredients. I just wanted to scream every time I hear Donald say it. Oh, you thought Atreus was annoying. Oh boy. Oh boy. You know, it's even funnier, though, that he's making fun of Thor, that he's fat and stuff. But if you watch the gameplay of, God of War Ragnarok, that's pretty questionable, especially for a fat dude for what he's doing to Kratos. So I wouldn't be saying, Thor is just uninteresting at being fat. Thor is goddamn in this game. He's squaring up Kratos. That's all I'm going to say.
He's far less masculine than Clementine from The Walking Dead.
I don't know what constitutes him as masculine in your opinion then, dude, but I'm sorry. He came back with a deer he hunted by himself that he learned from his father, carrying it on top of his shoulders, masculine as fuck. I'm sorry, but that is some like G shit right there. Some masculine shit. So I don't know what in your book counts as masculine, I guess.
The problem here is that God of War tried to reinvent itself and it failed, but it's going to cash in on the 5 Sony neckbeards who sit online praising this game. By the way, when this game won Game of the Year, that was a coup. That was a theft. Much like the election in 2020, it was stolen, all right? We all know Red Dead 2 was supposed to win Game of the Year in 2018, but Sony greased the palms of Jeff Keighley and all those other clowns over there at the Game Awards.
Nah, you want to see a game that really got cucked out of its deserving? Remember in 2020 when all of a sudden, when The Last of Us Part 2 got leaked out and a lot of people were really pissed off? You want to know something that's really, really sus? In 2020, the Game Awards, guess what won Game of the Year? The Last of Us Part 2. Even though Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, and Hades were on that list. So out of all those choices, guess what they decided to make Game of the Year? The Last of Us Part 2. With all these fantastic games that came out, they gave it to a shit pile game like Last of Us Part 2. And I'm not shitting on people that like it, but I'm sorry, there was better games that deserved Game of the Year versus The Last of Us Part 2. And I'm sorry, after winning Game of the Year, it got Best Game Direction, Best Narrative, and then get a load of this though too. It kind of rustled the fuck out of my jimmies. Best Audio Design went to The Last of Us Part 2. Now, the cherry on top of this whole little thing I'm spouting out right now that just made it extremely sus in my opinion is Best Performance. Laura Bailey as Abby, The Last of Us Part 2. I kid you not. Even the weirdest part, though, too, is that her, another voice actress from The Last of Us Part 2 was in the nominations, too. Ashley Johnson as Ellie. If that doesn't scream like something is up and something really weird is going on, then I don't know what is.
And Sony's going to do the same thing this year. It's a joke. It's a bad joke. But what can we do? I'm out here trying to convince people of the truth, of the facts. I speak one language. I have exactly one fluency, and it is honesty. And I drop truth bombs the size of nuclear warheads, and this is the biggest truth bomb yet. There are far better God of War games than God of War Ragnarok. There are far better God of War games than God of War 2018. The greatest God of War game, most of you didn't even play. It was called God of War Ascension. Came out on the PS3 at the end of its life cycle. God of War Ascension was the pinnacle, the peak, the epitome of a God of War video game and of a hack and slash video game.
Yeah, no, I am not suggesting to people to go pick up God of War Ascension. That game was rough as hell, and it only managed to sell like maybe 3 million for a small niche of people that did enjoy hack and slash, but that's really about it. But I mean, if anybody wants to enjoy a really good God of War game, go pick up 3. Or just go ahead and go play God of War 2018. Either one.
How many of you played it? You get a copy of that for about $5 on eBay. That would be money better spent and a lot of money saved as opposed to paying full price for what should have been a $10 DLC. You know it. I know it. The American people don't know it, but that's why I'm here. I will lead you to the truth. All you need to do is fall to your knees, pledge your allegiance to me, follow me and my dead metal militia to the ends of the earth, because we have something that the mass media doesn't. We have something that Sony doesn't. We have integrity.
Boy, that's really funny calling Sony that they don't have integrity, even though you've only seen the leaks, you haven't played the game at all, and not only that, you've only seen the leaks, meaning that you haven't seen the full game, haven't played the full game. At least seeing the game, I would probably give you points maybe, but you've only seen the leaked gameplay and you can't really say it's boring, even though you've only seen a fraction of the gameplay. Like, you have no integrity. Sorry.
We are willing to say, hey, this game that is going to get 9s and 10s across the board because Sony has a massive checkbook and they're willing to pay these influencers and these reviewers to say their game is great when we can clearly see there was no effort put into it, recycled animations, PS3 era graphics, a Control-C, Control-V rehash of the same story we already saw in 2018. It's a lie. I'm out here with the truth. I only know how to speak truth. And God of War Ragnarok commits the biggest sin of it all by trying to sell you a fully priced new product.
Okay, dude, I'm going to stop the video right there. You want to know why? I know for a fact that you just looked at the leaks because this whole video just gives it away. And mind you, too, this video came out 2 days before God of War Ragnarok came out. Because honestly, you snitched on yourself. You want to know how I know for a fact? You've only talked about the Thor fight, which is the only thing that came to my mind, was the only thing that leaked out to the public. But in all honesty, I'm tired of this dude's fake outrage that he's trying to do, making himself seem like he's the Messiah to help everybody. It's all bullshit. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching the video. I really do appreciate it. And if you guys enjoy these type of videos, please leave a like and comment in the comment section. I always love talking to you guys. And if you want more of this type of content, please hit that big red subscribe button. Lets me know you want more of this type of content. But besides that, guys, thank you very much for watching the video, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Later, fam.